Private jets represent the ultimate in travel freedom. They are a symbol of success and luxury. Imagine skipping the long queues at the airport. You avoid the crowded terminals and security checks. Instead, you arrive just moments before your flight. You walk straight onto the tarmac and board your aircraft. This is the allure of private aviation. It is about saving time, your most valuable asset. It offers a level of privacy and comfort that commercial flights simply cannot match. You set your own schedule. You choose your own destinations, including smaller airports closer to your final stop. It's travel on your terms, completely customized to your life and business needs. The experience on board is worlds apart from a first-class seat. On a private jet, the entire cabin is yours. You can hold a confidential business meeting, you can enjoy a quiet meal with your family, you can even get a proper night's sleep on a long-haul flight. The cabin is designed for your productivity and relaxation. The crew is dedicated solely to you and your guests. This unmatched level of personalized service is a core part of the private jet promise. It's not just about getting from A to B, it's about how you feel during the journey. It's about arriving refreshed, relaxed, and ready for whatever comes next. There are many different types of private jets. Each one is built for a different purpose. At the entry level, you have very light jets like the Honda jet or the Cirrus Vision jet. These are perfect for shorter trips, carrying a handful of passengers. They are nimble and can land at smaller airfields. Stepping up, you find light and mid-sized jets, such as the Embraer Phenom 300 or Cessna Citation Latitude. These offer more range and cabin space. At the top end are the heavy jets like a Gulfstream G650 or a Bombardier Global 7500. These are flying offices and apartments capable of crossing oceans and continents without a single stop. The choice of jet depends entirely on your mission. How far do you need to fly? How many people will be traveling with you? What level of comfort do you require? A business executive flying solo from London to Paris has very different needs from a family traveling from New York to Dubai. The beauty of the private aviation market is its diversity. There is a jet designed for nearly every type of journey imaginable. Understanding these differences is the first step towards understanding the true cost and value proposition of owning one of these magnificent flying machines. It's a complex world with many options to consider. Let's talk numbers. Buying a private jet is a significant capital investment. A brand new Cirrus Vision jet, one of the most affordable personal jets, will set you back around £2.5 million. A popular light jet like the Honda Jet Elite 2 costs closer to £5.5 million. If you need more range and a bigger cabin, a Gulfstream G650 comes with a staggering price tag of over £50 million. And that is just the purchase price. Buying the aircraft is often the easiest part of the financial equation. The real costs accumulate year after year, just to keep the jet ready to fly at a moment's notice. Once you own the jet, you have to pay to operate it. These are your variable costs, calculated per hour of flight. For a Cirrus Vision jet, you might expect to pay around £1,200 per hour. This covers fuel, engine reserves, and routine maintenance. For a larger Gulfstream G650, that hourly cost can easily exceed £6,000. Fuel is the biggest variable. A long-haul flight can consume thousands of gallons. On top of that, you have to budget for maintenance programs. These are like insurance policies for your engines and airframe, costing hundreds of thousands of pounds per year, but protecting you from multi-million-pound repair bills. Then come the fixed costs. These are the bills you pay every year, even if the jet never leaves the ground. First, you need a place to park it. Hangar space at a major airport can cost anywhere from £40,000 to over £150,000 annually, depending on location and aircraft size. Next, you need a crew. For a small jet, you might only need one pilot. But for a larger aircraft, you will need 2 pilots and a cabin attendant. Their salaries, training, and benefits can easily add up to over £300,000 per year. These professionals must be trained to the highest standards, which is an ongoing expense. Finally, there's insurance. Insuring a multi-million-pound asset that flies at 500 miles per hour is not cheap. A comprehensive insurance policy can cost between $20,000 for a small jet to well over $400,000 for a large, long-range one. When you add all these fixed costs together, hangar, crew, insurance, and management fees, you are looking at an annual bill of at least £400,000 for a light jet. For a heavy jet, this can easily surpass £1.5 million. This is the reality of ownership. It is a commitment that extends far beyond the initial purchase price. For many, outright ownership is simply not practical. The high fixed costs are hard to justify unless you fly hundreds of hours per year. Thankfully, there are more accessible ways to enjoy the benefits of private aviation. The most popular alternative is fractional ownership. Companies like NetJets and FlexJet sell shares in an aircraft. You might buy a 1/16th share, which typically gives you 50 hours of flying time per year. You pay a one-time acquisition cost for your share, then a monthly management fee and a fixed hourly rate only when you fly. This model gives you the consistency of ownership without the full financial burden. Another very popular option is the Jet Card. Think of it as a debit card for private flights. You prepay for a set number of hours, usually 25 or 50, on a specific category of aircraft. For example, you could buy a 25-hour card on a light jet. This gives you guaranteed availability and a fixed hourly rate with no long-term commitment. Jet cards are excellent for those who want predictable pricing and the flexibility to fly on different types of jets. Companies like Sentient Jet, which pioneered the concept, offer a simple way to budget for your private travel needs without the complexities of ownership. The most flexible option is on-demand charter. This is the pay-as-you-go model of private aviation. You simply book a jet for a specific trip. There are no upfront costs or long-term commitments. You work with a broker who finds the best available aircraft for your mission at the market rate. This is ideal for those who fly infrequently or have unpredictable travel patterns. The downside is that pricing can fluctuate based on demand, and availability is not always guaranteed, especially during peak travel times. However, for occasional use, it is by far the most cost-effective way to fly private. Each of these alternatives offers a different balance of cost, flexibility, and convenience. Fractional ownership provides an ownership-like experience with lower fixed costs. Jet cards offer predictability and guaranteed access. On-demand charter provides the ultimate flexibility with no long-term financial ties. The right choice depends entirely on your travel profile. How often do you fly? How much do you value guaranteed availability? By exploring these options, the world of private aviation becomes accessible to a much broader audience than just the ultra-wealthy who can afford to own their own aircraft. The aviation industry is on the cusp of a major transformation. New technologies are emerging that could make private air travel more affordable and sustainable. One of the most exciting developments is in the field of electric aviation. Companies around the world are developing small electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. These are essentially flying taxis designed to be quiet, efficient, and emission-free. While their range will initially be limited, they could revolutionize short-distance urban and regional travel, making it faster and greener than ever before. Think of hopping from central London to Heathrow in minutes. Alongside electric propulsion, there is a push towards smaller, more accessible personal jets. The success of the Cirrus Vision jet has shown that there is a strong market for single-engine jets that are simpler and cheaper to operate than their twin-engine counterparts. Future designs may incorporate more automation and advanced safety features, potentially reducing the need for two pilots and further lowering operational costs. This could bring the dream of owning a personal aircraft within reach for a new generation of entrepreneurs and aviation enthusiasts who were previously priced out of the market. It's a move towards democratizing the skies. The business models are also evolving. We are seeing a rise in per-seat shared charter services. Companies like JSX in the United States sell individual seats on 30-seat jets, offering a private jet experience at a price closer to a commercial business class ticket. You still get to use private terminals and avoid the airport chaos. This hybrid model bridges the gap between commercial and private flying, making it more accessible. As technology enables better logistics and booking platforms, this model could become more widespread, allowing more people to experience the convenience of private terminals. So, could private jet travel become a realistic option for more of us? The answer seems to be yes, though perhaps not in the way we currently imagine it. It may not mean everyone owning their own Gulfstream. Instead, it might look like booking an electric air taxi for a cross-town journey, or buying a seat on a shared charter for a regional business trip. As technology drives down costs and new, more flexible business models emerge, the convenience, speed, and privacy of non-commercial air travel could become part of many more people's lives. The question is, if it were affordable, would you take flight?